everybody. Today I want to talk to you about Friday 13th Part 5, A New Beginning from 85. Directed by Danny Steinman, better known as the porn director. It's his first feature-length film, non-porn. Then you've got not a lot. Yeah, John Shepard. But I don't think he play in a lot of movies. Who plays Tommy, and Melanie Kinnerman as Pam. Corey Feldman is right at the beginning of the movie in a dream sequence from adult Tommy. He was doing that when he was doing the Goonies, because he wanted to come back. He wanted to come back, but he was obliged to do the Goonies. He probably did the better thing by staying with the Goonies. And what's his name? Shaban Ross plays Reggie the Reckless. That's one of my favorite characters in the movie. But yeah, eventually Tommy. From all the Tommies you have Corey Feldman, you have John Shepard, and then you have Tom Matthews. This one is the one that I least like. This is the one that's the most unhinged. He's for some reason he can flip you over. The karate chops. It's like he's a UFC pro fighter. So he's eventually delivered in a not a psychological, not a psychiatrical psych ward or something, but he comes from psych ward, and it's more of a community where people that come from those wards and can experience life again, work the fields, be more responsible, things like that. But the fucked up thing about it is you've got two people there who fuck their brains out in every piece of forest. There is a piece of forest that's owned by a lady, a loudmouth lady with a retard as a son who comes with a motorcycle. And she wants to kill. I mean, she wants to file a complaint for those two are fucking their brains out on my property. My fucking property. It's just, it's so fun. And then you've got, I'm not sure what his name is. It's the fat guy. He's eating chocolate. He's chocolate over everywhere. His chocolate bars here and there, and it's in his pocket, his side pockets, and his fingers are all melty. He wants to help everybody, but then he wants to do the laundry. Of course, the laundry is full of chocolate. Then you've got a guy who is chopping wood. This guy, he's there because he's aggressive, and he's chopping wood because he's not chopping wood for the winter time. He's chopping wood because he's aggressive. He needs to, you know. And then he constantly, the fat guy constantly harasses him and says, "You want a chocolate bar? You want a chocolate bar?" And he says, "No, get the fuck away from me. Get the fuck away from me." And he lays a chocolate bar on the tree stem, and he hacks it in half, and then he says, "Forget it, Vic." Vic was his name. "Forget it, Vic. If you don't want one, forget about it." He turns his back. He just fucks him up with the axe. 20 axe blows in his back. I mean, if people like that are in that communion, in open communion, this guy wasn't supposed to be in a psych ward, but in a mental institution. Okay, this is a Vic guy. Okay, so then two paramedics come. One he's making fun of it for some reason. Yeah, he's just making fun. Look at that. And he has this bubble gum and makes a bubble out of it, and you can see his mangled body. And the other guy, the other medic, is completely like doing like this, and he's doing like this, and right out of the gates. Okay, first of all, this is a different story. Jason is dead, right? And we get a new Jason with a new mask because he has blue paintings on his on the mask. It's except red. Doesn't have the incantation of the axe that he got in part 3. Now this medic, the way he behaves, it's obviously that something's fishy going wrong there, right? So I'm gonna spoil it. He is a guy who is killing everybody, but the stupidest thing, this movie has the most kills in all the Friday the 13th movies. Apparently, every 5 minutes you have a kill. He killed everybody except that Vic guy. The guy who killed your son, he didn't kill him, but the rest you killed them all. So, people start dying. Not only people from communion, but just people that have problems with their car on the road. That couple that's screwing all the time. Apparently, that scene was shortened, a lot more shortened. You can see her boobs. I call her the big milk jug lady. She has these big hanging boobs. Apparently, she was. I'm not sure if she wasn't born or a Playboy, but apparently Steinman was yelling, fuck her like you do, you fucking whore, fuck her like a fucking whore. He was yelling that towards them, to the two actors. And the scene was much longer, like a porn scene, or at least softcore porn scene. But they said, no, John Mancuso was also the producer again. He said, no, we can't do that. We can't do that. We need to limit that shit. So they die in pretty cool ways. The gore is those two die in a pretty gory way. She dies. He goes to the river to clean himself off. She gets hedge clippers in her eyes, and then snapped. He closes the hedge maze, the hedge clippers, and you have that one stripe basically that's completely open. And the other guy gets his head pushed against a tree, and he gets a leather band around his eyes, and behind that somebody is twirling the band as hard as he can, and the leather band is driving into his skin until the leather band explodes. So he's being basically crushed to death in a way. So there are a few cool scenes. There are off-screen. There are a lot of off-screen kills. There are a few, tame kills there. But like I said, you got a few cool kills there. Reggie the Reckless. He's the only. I mean, he's the nephew of the cook of the communion, and he goes to see his brother Damon. Now Damon is known for he ate too much enchiladas, and he goes to the outhouse, and he's too much enchiladas. Fucking have to shit that out. And while he's shitting, his girlfriend is messing around, and then they're singing this song. Ooh, babe, ooh, babe, ooh, babe, ooh, babe, ooh, babe, ooh, babe. and until she stops, and then of course she's apparently she, and then of course she is killed by fake Jason, and eventually he dies too. There is a custom-made action figure. I shit you not. It's basically the cover of Friday the 13th: A New Beginning, and then the figurine in the bubble is an enchilada. So, and he asked 50-60 bucks for that shit. I'm not gonna pay that. So, Reggie the Reckless, and of course Tommy, which is kind of your lead, and Pam. Pam is the second in command of the community. The first one in command is a guy, don't know his name. Eventually they go look for some people. They get killed underway. I think they find a cook. I think they find a cook or him pinned down into a tree with spikes in his head and things like that. And Pam is now with Reggie, and Tommy had a fight with the Tommy had a fight with the the retarded asshole that's on the motorcycle with the lady. He had a fight with it. Man, shit, he kicks the shit out of this guy, like da 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 da. I mean, like a real champ, like a real, I don't know, UFC, Kung Fu, whatever champion, and eventually he's crying, "No, kill him, Ma!" He's riding around his house, yelling, I wanna kill them, let's kill them, Ma! Let's kill them all, Ma!" He gets his head chopped off while he's driving, and then she's saying, "Stop your whining and eat your stew," and she gets an axe in the face. Don't see much, only that the tomato she has in her hand explodes from the pressure. But then, yeah, he runs away, Shepard, because he knows when he gets angry, he can get out of control, and yeah, and then he sometimes sees Jason, and it's implied that he is the killer in this movie. It's implied. So it's at the end it's Reggie and Pam, but Reggie, being the reckless, he attacks the fake Jason with a sort of a what is it, a sort of a field machine, a sort of like you bury sand with, and he attacks Jason falls away, he bleeds, he's really in pain, so you already know this one isn't unhuman, he's a human Jason. Then eventually John Shepard arrives, he puts an axe or something in his leg. You hear him crying, "Oh, oh." So he gets multiple wounds when he's fighting against Tommy, Pam, and Reggie. And eventually what happens is they push him outside, and he falls on these spikes, and his mask is it explodes like this, and he apparently had a Jason mask and a hockey mask above it, over his head. So it was the medic, of course. So John Shepherd wasn't the killer, but thing is, at the end, he's lying at a hospital bed, and he sees Jason and waits till he's gone. The real Jason, the one with the cut in his mask, and and then he stands up, he opens the drawer, and for some weird reason, the mask of that fake Jason and a butcher's knife is laying there. Okay, in the hospital, in a drawer. So Pam comes in to visit him, and he stands behind her like this, ready to kill Pam, and movie ends. Now, this is so stupid. So basically, what they wanted to go for is that he will become the new Jason. So the movie implies that there can be multiple copycat killers, and because that he's unhinged from the start to the beginning. That's why I don't like this Tommy version. Corey Feldman was brave, and Tom Matthews, the other one in the next movie, in the sixth one, he's also brave. This one is just unhinged. He doesn't say a thing. As he says something, it's okay, leave me alone, And if they harass him a little bit too much, then he fucks you up with kung fu kicks and fucking elbows to your nose. He fucks you up like you've never been fucked up before. So, is this movie good? It's a fun popcorn movie. I mean, you get 5 kills. You get, 1 kill every 5 minutes. That's a lot of kills. I'm not saying they're all super gory, because the MPAA took a lot out of it, because Steinman wasn't only into dirty porn, he wanted to have that sex scene more pornish. He was also in gore, but of course there was a lot cut. A lot was left on the cutting floor. But even then, you've got a few gory kills. Like I said, the screwing couple, they killed. You see the aftermath of the lady, and then the guy who gets his head crushed by the leather strap. There are a few kills. You get somebody gets an axe in the face. You get there are a few cool kills. There's also this lady with what kind of music is it? That's and she's like doing this, dancing. I'm I'm not sure what it was. It was probably something that was famous in that era. If somebody knows what that is, leave that in the comments, because I really don't know what that kind of music was. Technopop, I'm not sure. She eventually gets killed in a pretty lame way. She gets stabbed. Like I said, not all the kills are very gory, but you've got a lot of kills, and that's entertainment. And like I said, it's a popcorn movie. You don't have to think too much about it. Just enjoy the kills, enjoy the quirky characters like the retard and the retard's mother, and Reggie the Reckless, and Damon, and there's just John Shepherd being Kung Fu fucking master. There are a lot of fun characters. Pam has this white blouse on. She doesn't wear. I think she's not wearing a bra. it's raining, you see her nipples like that. I mean, she has also really big jugs, and you see those nipples pointing. I think she could stab Jason to death with those. I mean, this was probably done deliberately. I mean, but yeah, a lot of people don't like this movie because it doesn't have Jason, but it's something new, and it's it's if I think if you were a Jason fan at that time, was 85, and you want a Jason back, and you get an opening scene where two guys are grieving Jason out of his grave, and Jason kills them all, and you see slightly older Corey Feldman from the Goonies, that age. You're immediately pumped up. Yes, Corey Feldman and Jason, and then you don't get that. Then it goes back to John Shepard as Tommy in a van being escorted to the communion. And I get why people were sort of disappointed that Jason wasn't the killer. But now that we know that in the sixth movie, Jason comes back as a zombie Jason, as a unkillable Jason, basically, you give this movie more slack, in my opinion. They did a good job, a good run for their money. It's what the people want to see: nudity, gore, tension, and atmosphere isn't too much in this movie because it's like I said, it's every 5 minutes there's a kill, so there's no build up to any tension. It's just fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. So yeah, but nudity and gore and fun characters. What do you want more, right? Right? Bye.